everyone, today I'll be reviewing this brand new movie. It is dropped on Netflix called Ladies First. So when I saw this movie was coming on Netflix starring Sacha Baron Cohen and Rosamund Pike, Charles Dance and Fiona Shaw. This movie does have some interesting casting choice. I'll be talking about the casting in a second. But this movie, it is kind of like a satire type, comedy movie, I would say. So I have never seen the trailer, but after watching this movie, I'm pleasantly surprised. So this movie was quite interesting take on. We see like Sacha Baron Cohen. He plays this big boss in this Guinness Bear company, and he's like I guess next in the line to be a CEO there. And his boss is Charles Dance. He's about to retire, and so his character about to get this big promotion. But when he accidentally, like basically he falls down and he wakes up in woman run world where woman is like on top of everything. Man is just, stay home dad type life everyone has. And basically this movie puts him into this world where what it will feel like if the world was run by women. And we see like when this, like he wakes up in this movie, Fiona Shaw become like his boss, like a CEO of his company. And the next CEO in the line is Rosamund Pike. So then Sacha Baron, his character need to figure out, how to get back to his old life where he was top of everything. So this movie, honestly, when it was first starting, I was thinking about like it will be like that movie, What Women Think, like in Mel Gibson movie, like he will be able to hear what women think or something. But the way like he gets into this different world, it was something. So this movie, it is a take on, this misogynistic guy. When he gets into this woman-driven world, how he need to navigate the world. So, this movie really brings about, what woman goes through every day in their life, right? Like especially mom, wife, and even like the women at work. Sometimes they get promotion and because they are women and everything. So this movie has really very unique take on that. So this movie is not going to be for everyone, if I'm being honest. Especially men will be like, what are we watching here? Especially all these men, who hates woman-driven story. They will not like this movie. However, so I personally did like this movie because I am a woman, and of course, this movie takes me into this, what it feels like if I was like the woman-driven world. So that is why I personally did like this. So now I'm going to be talking about the casting choice this movie brings. So, Sacha Baron Cohen, I have seen him in many movies. He's like, he's actually very funny. I don't know if he's a really British actor or not. I did not look into that. I thought he was American. And Rosamund Pike. So unfortunately, both of these lead, they don't have a good chemistry here. And Rosamund Pike, I don't know, I felt like she did not fit in this role. Neither is Sacha Baron Cohen. Like, you don't see him as a, how do I say this? Like, he's not a hot guy, you know what I mean? Like, he's not a hot looking dude. Like, you don't want to see him, he's like waxing his balls, right? Like, what the heck am I watching? I was like, this movie really overstays welcome couple of times, I will say, especially his scene with Fiona Shaw. Fiona Shaw is like, Harry's aunt, Harry Potter's aunt. And there was one scene between Fiona Shaw and Sacha Baron Cohen. I was just like, oh my God, it made me feel very uncomfortable. Same time, it was funny, This movie, that's the thing about it. It is like quite a funny at a time. Although this joke's supposed to make people feel uncomfortable. That's how Sacha, his movies are. So, so you have to keep open mind to that. But I feel like women will enjoy this movie, especially, most women, they don't think that much. So they just sit down and watch movies. That's why all the rom-coms are huge hit on Netflix. Most women audience, they just want to see something, relaxing and relatable, and watch it and laugh. And this movie brings you that, often all the scenario where real, like a lot of women, they face that at their work, you know what I mean? So some of these jokes, I guess because this movie is directed by a woman director, maybe that's why some of these jokes were really is very real. So I was really laughing and I'm giving this review as a woman. So do I recommend, like, do I think men will like this movie? I don't think men will like this movie that much, if I'm being honest. There's this very uncomfortable, like, I can't unsee that scene when he was dancing for piano. So I was just thinking about that. There's so many scenes here. I just like, wow. Same time, I really like this, all these older women, when they are CEO. And once again, Sacha Baron Cohen, he's not a hot guy. So I don't think any older CEO will go for him. If I'm being honest, I know it's mean, but that's the truth. You don't look that hot. But anyway, who knows? But anyway, I really like when this movie brought that scenario. All these older CEO women, they are also like kind of treating men like I guess hot candy or something. So I like those scenes. It felt very realistic, and I did like this, like how all this idea was just done here is it is very, very funny. And I know a lot of men will be angry at this and making like, oh, this movie is so like misogynistic and anti-misogynistic. This movie is, I guess. And they will make all this video. Okay, go ahead and make. This is a kind of like this movie made for women, and women will like this movie. That's the truth about it. And I'm a woman, so I didn't like this movie. But also, I'm honest here. This movie did overstate. Sometimes it's welcome here, like when did go overboard with some of the scene, but still it was very, like, I will say it was still very well made and very well done. The production for this movie looks good. It takes place in London, and Rosamund Pike, she was, I would say, she didn't bring the charm it needed. Maybe this role needed for someone who is like because Rosamund Pike, when you think about her, she's very serious type actress. She's always doing very serious role. She's like she always does dark theme role, right? Like Rosamund Pike, I cannot take her funnily, but she's really good actress. So she did try her best here. But I feel like if it was someone else, I think it could have been more fun. You know what I mean? Like, but maybe because this is a kind of like a chick flick type, they didn't want an attractive lead, I guess. That is what I was thinking. Like, but it's not that Rosamund Pike doesn't look good, but it's just like, I felt like that is what they were going for. You know what I mean? Overall, this movie I did personally like. I see a lot of people are giving this movie bad review because men will not like this. I already saw a lot of comments, they don't like this. But I did like, I thought it was quite interesting take on how misogynistic world can be, I suppose, which I didn't thought about it before. But after watching this movie, okay, not bad. And that was my thought on this. Let me in the comment, what do you think about this movie? If you didn't like, I understand. If you like this movie, I understand. Let me know in the comment. If you enjoyed this review, do each other reviews on other movies and show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.